In this video, we'll look at condo maintenance, who's responsible, as well as what are the maintenance fees and do they increase every year. That's starting right now.
Welcome to Homebuyers School, brought to you by Brookfield Residential.
Hi there, I'm Carl. Welcome to another Homebuyer School video, a channel where you get the latest strategies, tactics, and tips from home buying experts. And remember, if this is your first time on this channel and you want to get the latest strategies from the experts, hit the subscription button below, hit the little notification bell so you don't miss anything. So today I'm joined by Karen McDonald, Community Manager with Brookfield Residential. And the question we're going to answer is, actually the topic we're going to answer is on condo maintenance. So Karen, who is responsible for maintaining a condo?
Well, the corporation that manages your whole area, the whole development, would be responsible for maintaining it. But it's also comprised of a homeowners board that's formed by the homeowners. So those members will be determined by the homeowners on the whole, and they'll have a say. Everybody as a homeowner has a say as to how the property is managed with the help of the management company.
So it's not usually called a homeowners board, it's condo board.
Condo board, yeah.
Yeah, technically. So so who, what is the responsibility of a condo owner themselves?
Well, depending on your level of ownership as well, too. Of course, maintaining the interior of the home, not doing anything to damage party walls. Bylaws will state everything that the homeowner is responsible for. So make sure that you're well aware of what the bylaws state. But yeah, typically it's within the property lines. If condo fees maintain the exterior of the building, that's up to the management company to maintain for you.
Okay. And what are if you're a renter though, what are your responsibilities? Because it has to be different than an actual owner of a condo.
It's
right?
really not.
Okay.
I mean, as a renter, you assume the bylaws as your own because you're renting that space, and your landlord should provide you with a copy of those bylaws to say what you can and can't do with that property. So there's some instances where you can't run a business that brings traffic to and from your front door. So if you're renting, and that's going to pose an issue from other people that live around you, that's going to be an issue with your rent. So you have to be aware of the bylaws and you have to accept them.
So obviously there's condo fees related to
Yes.
your condo, right? So if you want to know more about condo fees, check out our video above and below. But from a condo maintenance fee, how are they calculated?
They're typically calculated on unit factor shares. So within the whole development, any development in Alberta, multifamily, will have 10,000 unit factor shares. And so typically based on size of a home, unit factor shares are divided into numbers. So that affects your property tax, also affects your voting shares and your condo fees, the amount of space that you own in there as well. So that's how it's calculated.
So are you saying that if you own a bigger condo, you have more? You probably have more fees, but do you also have more say, or that's something?
Voting factor share is, I mean, you would have to have much higher, say a penthouse that has maybe a couple of floors. You're probably going to have a little bit more voting share than somebody that has a 600 square foot single bed kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, anything it's calculated will all be in those disclosure documents, everything that you would have as an owner, as a tenant from your landlord as well.
So if there's actual work being done on your condo or the condo building itself, does that mean your maintenance fees increase?
That depends. It depends on what it is. There are things that are done over time that may need to be paid for. So that could be done either in an increase in fees or in something that's called a special assessment. And the special assessment is something that happens when, say, there's major repairs, or they're, say, replacing all the windows, or they're replacing the roofs, or something like that. That's maintenance typically over time that needs to be updated, that special assessments come in. Or if there's something that happens, a leak in something that causes damage, then those can come around as well too.
So I know, for example, my parents bought a condo in Harrison Hot Springs and the roofs leaked. That means all the condo owners had to essentially pay an X amount of feet to get that roof fixed,
Yes.
right?
Yes, and special assessments come in that situation, right? But what I think everybody should keep in mind is that these costs come in a single family home as well too. And it's something that you have to take into consideration with a single family home, with any kind of home ownership, that there's going to be things that you have to repair and maintain, and there's costs associated with that. Just because it's called a special assessment in condos and multifamily living, it kind of gets a bad rap for that. But because it's not called something in a single family home. So just like anything, home ownership, you have to maintain the home. Costs can be associated with it.
But isn't there like some sort of, I think you've mentioned it before, a reserve fund?
There
Doesn't
is.
that kind of cover those kind of
Yeah, it
issues?
can. Yeah, it can, absolutely. And depending on how much the reserve fund is built up over time, there's a certain amount that's allocated within your condo fees on a monthly basis devoted to reserve fund. So over a number of years, the things that need to be maintained and updated just because they're out of date or they need replacing, those a lot of the times can be taken out of the reserve fund. But if it's something that's like a repair, a lot of the times warranties, if you're buying new, can come into that. And on the special occasions, the special assessments come in as well.
Got it. Do you have anything else to add in terms of condo maintenance?
I think it's just making sure that you keep in mind that these things happen with a single family home as well too.
Yep.
Maintenance has a cost for everything. Condo fees put it in a nice little lump sum on a monthly basis. And you're paying for a lifestyle that you have. You're not out there with everybody else on a Saturday morning doing the lawn.
Got
Right.
it. Got it.
Yeah.
And if you want to know more about condo maintenance, specifically condo fees, check out our 4-video playlist here, as well as how to buy your first condo for the very first time. Check out that playlist here. And don't forget to subscribe to know more from the experts. Thank you, and we'll catch you next time.